dream life and just manifesting a soft life and getting all of your desires. So if you are ready to hack the system, then this video is for you. So make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned. Okay, so guys, the hack to manifesting is relaxing. Okay, people actually mess up because they're so anxious that they have so many thoughts running through their mind that they can't actually sort through them and have clarity and actually see the path that they need to take to get what they need, because in their mind everything is so, discombobulated and all over the place that they can't really think straight. You got to be in the flow state in order to receive. You got to be in the state of mind to where things are just easy. Okay, things are just flowing. And in order to do that, you have to regulate your nervous system. You have to get out of the fight or flight mode. When you are in survival mode, it's because you are in fight or flight. It is a chemical reaction in our brain that happens when something triggers us. When our brain feels threatened by anything, whether it's, you don't have enough money to pay a bill, or you just got out of a relationship, or you have some huge life change, or just anything that is life changing that happened to you can trigger your nervous system into that fight or flight response. So then you get into survival mode and you are not able to think straight or think clearly or see the bigger picture or just see other options that can actually benefit you, because you are in survival mode. You are only trying to figure out how you're going to make it through the day. You can't think long term because you don't even know how you're going to make it to tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? So the key is relaxing. This is not that easy. And everybody is different. Some people may be able to get into the flow state easier, but for a lot of people like myself, it's very hard when you are, stressed out, overworked, overwhelmed, it's hard to relax. But I'm telling you all these things because this is what I have learned through my journey, and I know that it works. Because every single time that I actually just surrender and relax, let go and let God, my blessings manifest. They come through every single time. And then I'm always mad at myself for stressing, because I'm like, you did all of that, you were stressed out, and you panicking for what? God comes through every time. So that is what it means to let go and let God. That is what it means to be still and know that I am God. Be still. Relax. And have fun. Okay? When you are in the flow state, you are in your receiving mode. You are in that playful mode. You are in just a good high vibrational energy. You are in that mode to where God wants to give you more things. God wants to bless you because you are positive. You're spreading that positive energy. You are a light to the world. So anything that you focus on, you're going to get more of. So when you stop trying to control things and you stop trying to force things and find solutions and figure stuff out, and always overworking yourself and stressing about every little thing that you can't control, you are resisting the flow state. You are blocking your blessings. Okay, you're sabotaging what you actually want. Now, like I told you, it's not that easy to regulate your nervous system. I have been working on my nervous system for years now, okay? I'll just be honest, because I had tons and tons of things to, rewire in my brain. Not everybody is going to take that long, because not everybody has the same levels of stress. So it really just depends on your situation and, how your brain works and how you receive information and how well you're able to actually reprogram your mind. But it's possible. I also have a video on that. Look up how to reprogram your mind. But the brain is like a computer. I also made a video on that too. But the brain is literally like a computer. The computer was modeled after the human mind. Period. Okay? So, just like how you have to reprogram a computer, it gets viruses, it gets things in it that will make it malfunction and not work properly. It's the same thing in our real mind. You have to reprogram it. You have to give it system updates. Okay? You have to get rid of the viruses, rid of that toxicity out of your mind. You have to start doing breath work if you have anxiety. If you are always stressed out about things that you can't control, if you're always worried about things, if you're nervous about things, you have to work on breath work, because breathing gets your body back in that flow state. And if you have a hard time breathing, you're always anxious, you have to learn how to breathe through your esophagus, which is your lower part of your stomach. And to do that, you almost act like you're blowing up a balloon. And you're bringing that air from your stomach all the way up to your chest. Because all of that stored energy is in your chest. You got to get it out. You got to move that energy out of your body. You got to transmute it into, positive energy. Things that I did to regulate my nervous system was, for one, practice breath work. Like I said, that is one of the biggest things that you can do to help yourself, is learn how to breathe correctly. 2 would be to actually figure out the roots of the issues that I'm dealing with. Okay, a lot of times it's not even the surface level things. Like, say, for example, you're not getting clients booked as much as you were before. So now you're like panicking and you're like, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my bills. I'm not, you know what I mean? So to get out of that panic state, you have to figure out the root of the issue. It's not that you're not booking you're not promoting yourself, and you're not doing the work that you need to do, because you've been doing that. The root of the issue is that you have a lack mindset, and you are fearful, and you are in survival mode, and you are scared that you're not going to ever have enough. That is the root issue, because you're doing the work. But the problem is not you doing the work. The problem is your mindset behind it. The universe is always going to give you what you are putting out into the universe. Okay? So if you are in this lack mindset, thinking, I don't know how I'm going to get these clients, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills, I don't know how I'm going to make this happen, you are sending that vibration, that is a lack vibration, out into the universe. Now, I don't care what you believe in, God, whatever. This is not an attack on God. Y'all know I believe in God. What I'm saying is God made the universe. The universe is what gives us, is what basically creates this world that we are living in, this 3D world that we are living in. So if you want to manifest physical things, that's what I mean by the universe. So what I'm saying is the universe picks up on vibrations and it gives you back what you're putting out. So if you are vibrating in a lack mentality, the universe picks up on that and gives you that right back. But if you are in an abundant energy mentality, it's going to give you abundant experiences. It's going to give you things. It's going to give you materials. Everything is going to manifest abundantly for you because that is the vibration that you are in. So whenever you are depressed, you have to start regulating your system and start talking to yourself. I literally talk to myself like I'm a child. You know, I parent myself. You know, I'm like, Sierra, it's okay. We're going to get through this. You know, if you made a mistake, it's okay. It's, you know, giving myself grace. Talking to myself kindly. Being nice to myself. It wasn't always like that. I've told y'all, I used to be like my biggest bully. And that's what I was getting. Negative experiences, negative outcomes. But until I started regulating myself, regulating my system, my thoughts, I started receiving positive outcomes. And that is also what I mean by you don't necessarily have to work hard in order to make money. You have to get in a flow state and you have to get in a receiving state. So say you are down to your last dollar, instead of panicking and freaking out and getting your nervous system all riled up, you relax and you say, I know that God got me. I know that God is going to come through. But now faith without works is dead. So now that you have relaxed and you're in that flow state, now you can see clearly. Now you see opportunities for you to go get the income that you need. But before you couldn't do that because you were so stressed out and panicking that you can't focus. You can't even focus on the fact that somebody just sent you an email giving you an opportunity for a job or, you know, a gig or whatever in your field. You can't even see that because you're too busy stressing. You're blocking your flow. So understand that, you know, it's not just gonna happen overnight. Now it could if your mind is strong enough. But a lot of our minds need, you know, a little bit of work. It takes time to really reprogram it and rewire it. Especially if it has been thinking a certain way for years and years and years and years. Just like losing weight. You know, you've been eating for years and years. It's going to take a little while to get that weight off. It's going to take a little while to regulate your nervous system. It's repetition. You got to keep doing it. Keep doing it until it becomes your new normal. That is how you change your life. That's how you change everything. Repetition, consistency, good habits. So the next time you are trying to manifest something, you're trying to, you know, get out of a situation, you're trying to calm down or, you know, whatever, you're just trying to relax and not stress about so many things. The key is regulating that nervous system. And you will live your best life once you regulate your nervous system. Because, let me just add this real quick before I go. When I make these videos about, you know, creating your dream life, I'm not saying that you are never going to have conflict and you're never going to have bad situations that happen or perceived bad situations, because nothing is ever really bad. It's transitioning you to where you really want to be at. But perceived bad situations, I'm not saying that life is going to be 100% perfect, but what I'm saying is that these techniques and the things that I'm teaching is going to help you navigate through every situation in your life, and you're going to be able to do it with grace and with a regulated nervous system, and you're not going to panic, you're not going to stress, you're not going to be overwhelmed, you're not going to be angry, you're going to be at peace. And that is the most important thing to me. I don't know about y'all, but you know, we always want to be happy, but happiness is a state of mind. Happiness is not, you're not going to be happy 100% of the time. Life is always going to life, okay? So I want to have peace through any situation, and that's what I'm manifesting, and that's just what it is. All right, but make sure y'all like and subscribe if this video helps y'all, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.